I'm Elena, and I'm doing my author study on Kevin Henkes. Kevin Henkes is an author from Wisconsin, and he has published over 35 children's picture books. And today I'm going to show you some pictures from his books in his Mouse series. His Mouse series is a series of books that overlap in some books, but not in all, and they are all characters based on mice. Most of Kevin Henkes' books are relatable to students now in today's time because he uses common themes like friendship, helpfulness. I find that a lot of his books have the idea of helpfulness and that you're always needed in a different way. So the first book we're going to talk about is Chrysanthemum. And Chrysanthemum is a fun book about a girl whose name, she really loves her name and goes to school and doesn't really like the way people tease her about it because they think it's long and hard to learn. So I think it's interesting. This book is more about like really liking yourself and discovering that you can be yourself and not worry about other people. In this book, as you can see, he writes it almost like a cartoon on some pages, and I like that because it shows you what she likes, and it makes it more appealing that you're getting more pictures on one page, and I find that he does that well in a lot of his books. The second book I'll talk about is Chester's Way, and Chester's Way is about two boys who are best friends, Chester and Wilson, and they do everything together, everything the same. And you can see that in all these pictures, just like the last book, he writes them almost like a comic strip. They're not in order like a comic strip, but they come in sequence and they come in on a lot of the pages, so you're getting more of the action in every picture instead of just one representative picture. The next book I'll talk about is Lily's Purple Plastic Purse. Lily is one of his most famous characters, and she is a white mouse who is very rambunctious, likes to be herself. This book is especially fun because it really shows a teacher in a good light. Also, it shows Lily becoming apologetic and really understanding what she did wrong. And I think that's very important for our kids nowadays. But this also has a comic strip like thing, and it shows the progression of her anger, and like here she's just kind of frustrated and she gets really angry and really upset, and so I like that that is a representation of we do see how she goes through. The next book is Lily's Big Day. So obviously he sticks with Lily in a few books, and in this book Lily isn't picked to be her teacher's flower girl. And I think it's fun that he takes into consideration, again, the movement of the picture. She's embarrassed, then becomes sad, then frustrated. But he does such a good job with the comic strip style and how he gives you more than one picture per page. I think that that's very appealing to children, and I think that that's a good reason why his books are so well liked. And then this book is Wemberley Worried. And Wemberley Worried is one of my favorite books when I was a kid. I think that it shows that you don't have to be ready for the first day of school. It can take some time to get used to things. I understand that. This page especially shows a good diversity aspect. Obviously, no kids in your class are all going to be the same. So I think Kevin Henkes is a great author to keep in your classroom. He gives a variety of things to go off of. Many lessons can come from his books. I think the most common theme is being nice to one another and making sure that you're accepting people for what they are and who they are and not being scared to try new things. I love that his incorporation of the mice don't make it too relevant to today, but they still can apply it to your classroom, and there's so many fun activities to do with students. Also, his drawings and pictures are beautifully done. They're watercolor. They are so vibrant, and they definitely appeal to a young reader's eye. I would recommend Kevin Henkes to any classroom, and I would love to have him as an author in my classroom.